Producers Guild Awards were last night. Of course, the big one that we were all highly anticipating was for Best Picture, and that went to The Shape of Water. And this year there was 11 nominees. And before we talk about The Shape of Water being the winner, what were you guys predicting?
The Shape of Water.
I actually didn't predict anyone to win, so sorry,
really?
guys.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Well, that way you can't be wrong, right?
Yeah, I was, on the watch for who the winner was, but really, I didn't bother to predict anyone. So yeah.
Gotcha. Now, Robin, were you actually predicting Dunkirk, or was that just your no guts, no glory?
It was both, and I think I know people. I don't know how I look on the internet when I talk about Dunkirk. People must think he's got to let it go. And I am on the verge. Of letting it go and changing what I think will win at the Oscars. It's the weirdest race I've ever followed in 20 odd years. So it's almost impossible to know who's voting for what.
Right. Although I have a feeling that everything's going to start coming into focus a lot more very soon because so. Let's talk about The Shape of Water. So The Shape of Water won last night. And I think most people are not that surprised. I feel like, since Guillermo del Toro has just won the last two major precursor awards for director, the fact that it might actually be del Toro and The Shape of Water winning for both director and picture this year. Because I feel like Guillermo is going to win the DGA, and we know for sure he's getting nominated for Best Director and that The Shape of Water is getting nominated for Best Picture, plus the fact that it's probably going to pick up even more Oscar nominations than Dunkirk, although I bet it's going to be really close.
I mean, I love Dunkirk. I think it was my best film for 2017, but a lot of people didn't really respond to it in the best of ways. So I think whereas The Shape of Water is, I wouldn't say a more family fun film, but it's more of it might be a better film for people who want a bit more sort of nothing too heavy, whereas Dunkirk is very sort of, it's like being strapped into a roller coaster and then thrown into the water and it's sort of like then told the roller coaster's broken, so you got to make your way back to land, so good luck with that.
Yeah, the closest comparison I would have with that, once you said roller coaster, and my immediate reaction to this film I'm about to mention is the same thing. I said roller coaster, and that was Gravity. And I felt like Gravity and Dunkirk are kind of on the same wavelength when it comes to that kind of experiential viewing. It doesn't rely too heavily on the dialogue. It relies more on the visuals and the sheer storytelling that way.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of those films that the best experience is watching it on the big screen. I think it will get sort of lost in scale watching it at home, whereas I feel like with The Shape of Water, it's one of those films that you will still, be able to watch it, whether it's at home or in the cinema. It's still one of those films that's not going to sort of lose its impact, really.
That's a good way of putting it, actually, with the Shape of Water. Of the 5 films that can win Best Picture now, that film gives them the biggest hug. And it's not as cold. Even Lady Bird is a little bit. It's a little bit distant. Not just if you've not if you're not a girl and you don't have a daughter or a mother. But I think it can be a little bit distancing. And I think Shape of Water is the one you embrace the most, plus potentially. Yeah. I think that looks like where it's going now.
I think because The Shape of Water is the least hated, as you said, B, I think that's the reason why I now have it in front to win Best Picture, because as films like recent Best Picture winners like Spotlight and Moonlight have shown, you can't you can't be divisive.
So, moving on to the Academy Award nominations that are coming out on Tuesday morning, and they always announce way too damn early. I have seen no reason why they need to announce at 5:30 in the morning, California time. It makes no sense. They should announce at like 6 in the evening when everybody's at home eating their dinner, and then they'd get a nice big audience, and then it would get everybody really interested in watching the ceremony, which will be on, of course, Sunday, March 4th. Best Picture. So, who wants to go first?
Okay, I go first. I go first. Yeah. I'm predicting a year of 10 nominees. Yay!
I love
for
it.
the first time ever. Anyways, it's gonna be 8 nominees, so I don't know why I'm bothering. But yeah, I'm predicting a year of 10 because I think there's a lot of number one votes out there. There are lots of favorite films, so maybe they will share the love and we have the enough luck to watch that for the first time. So these are my 10. I have Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, The Florida Project, Get Out, I, Tonya, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. If we're gonna have 9, I would scratch out Phantom Thread. If we're gonna have 8, I will scratch out Darkest Hour. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to I pretty much agree with you on those, but I might say, sneakily, they might do Blade Runner 2049 as to sort of make up for, the years of Blade Runner being sort of neglected and underappreciated. But either that or Mudbound. So those could be 2 surprises for us, but I do feel like I pretty much agree with you. Or it could be, let's be honest, guys. We all know that it's Transformers. Transformers the Last Night.
Well, as long as it's not The Mummy.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Or the Book of Henry, guys. Have you watched that one?
I stayed away.
Dark Tower, anyone?
Oh man.
Oh, it's the Emoji Movie.
This snowman.
Oh gosh.
Stop.
I almost didn't finish.
He's already dead. Stop.
Yeah. Oh.
Gosh.
Even though I gotta say, one of my favorite movies of the year, and I may be alone in this feeling, but I live with it. I loved Kong Skull Island.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's why movies are subjective, because not everything that we love, someone will love it. I don't know what to say about this. Sorry. Carry on.